first pan, what we're going to do is we're going to go over now is we're going to put a little olive. Now what we're going to do with this is going to be for another aspect of our ragu sauce, which is the meat sauce that we're making. So we're making a meat sauce. So what I do is in a separate pan from the sofrito, I heat this up. I put a little oil in here. Okay, and we're going to let that get kind of hot. We're going to put some more garlic in here, about another tablespoon. All right, knock yourself out. And we're going to put a little saute. Salt. In Italian, it'd say salt is salt. And pepper, which is in Italian is pepe. Salt e pepe, you know, salt and pepper. Okay, you've heard of a salt and battery, right? Salt is what you put on your steak, and a battery is what you put in your car. Okay, now you're heating up the... Finding the good parts, man. Don't stop it. Now, what we're going to do is keep going. We don't stop when something happens. We keep moving. Now, while this oil is getting hot, very simple. We put some pepper, we put some salt, we put a little oil, we put a little garlic in here. It's getting nice and brown. You can look in there. And we're now going to add something called top round. Okay, now this is nice and hot. We're going to put the top round in here. Hear that sizzle. And what we're going to do, okay, so now if you look over here, you can see that the alcohol is reduced considerably. And now this sofrito will be divided into two bowls. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take the sofrito and we're just going to put it on here, 50-50, because we're making two different sauces. One of the sauces we're making will not have meat, and one of the sauces that we're making will have meat, but they will both share this wonderful sofrito. And so, remember, marinara means there's no meat in it. So one of these is going to be a bigger sauce, a larger quantity with meat. So I'm going to take some of my sofrito and dump it over here for the larger amount. You'll see how this all comes together when I'm done. And this will be for the marinara sauce, which is the non-meat. This is for the meat. This is for the non-meat. Okay. Now, those are ready. Now, what we're going to do is focus over here, and we're going to turn this meat over. So here, you've got to get yourself that, see, we browned it on that side. Now, we're going to brown it a little bit more here, and then we're going to build the ragu. Now here, which one is for the ragu? That's this guy. So now what we're going to do now is this. It's now ready for us to turn this. You can keep it on full flame. Get in that sticky, that's very pretty. And now we're going to add our paprika. Actually, what we'll do first, this is a trick I learned from a TV cook, is she lets the corner of the pan get very hot, and then she adds the paste on the hot part of the pan right here. Now look at this. It's so odd. I never would have thought it. I mean, it's not odd, but what she's saying is you toast the paste like this. You toast it in the heat of the pan. I thought this was so brilliant. I could say who it was, but they get enough credit, those TV people. I don't need to praise them right now. They're all good, though. Always make sure your oven is switched off when you're done with the burners, just for your own safety. Keeping this up here keeps it from when you grab it, it's not going to burn your hand. If you keep it down here, you're going to be dead meat. Okay, so there's our, now we're putting that paste. We're actually smoking this paste right now. And we're smoking it on a hot part of the pan. So let's take a look at that. See that technique. Okay, This is going to become a sauce. Tomato paste doesn't really have any flavor to it. Okay. We're toasting this paste in here. Now I've toasted it enough, and I'm going to add, it's nice and boily in there and fried, and we're going to get a lot of heat in this pan. That's what we want to do, is create a lot of heat. Okay? So I put the spoon in the spoon holder so the stove stays clean. And now what I want to do is add my sofrito for the ragu. Now this, you won't believe this, but this is going to be a very tasty sauce when I'm done. This is called a ragu. It's almost similar to a bolognese, but a bolognese has all kinds of different requirements. But this is a basic ragu sauce. You could use any kind of meat. You could use any kind of meat. You could use any kind of, I mean, it's just endless. Cooking is such a beautiful experience. It's just, there's no end to the creativity of it. So now, we've got our sofrito, we've got our toasted paste. Come on, take a look. And now we're going to add some water to this. Now, I like to add hot water, but the fact of the matter is, I'm just going to add some water to this. Now, you don't want to add too much water because you don't want to thin out your paste too much, but this is going to cook for a while and we want the meat to become very tender. This is the whole purpose of this. You won't believe this right now. You're going to say, oh, how the heck is Michael going to figure out how to make this meat tender? But it's going to cook a long time, so you'll see what's going to happen right now. The rest of it now is going to be the work of the good Lord. Okay, so now we're just finishing up this wonderful ragu sauce. And come over here and take a look at it. It's really more beautiful than me or the outside of the pot. Look down in there and imagine that in 2 or 3 hours, this is going to, you can turn this over if you like to. You can leave it on this side. It doesn't really matter. But all those flavors are now going to start cooking this meat. And then, oh my goodness, this is just, I mean, come on.